What's up, everybody? Before we get into the video with you guys today, we want you guys to tune in April 19th and 20th as we will be live hanging out with our boys, Fab Reactions, and our honorary use Alec as we watch WrestleMania.
WrestleMania 41 live stream. You got to be tuned in to do so. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you know when we go live. Also, follow us on our socials to see clips and videos that we'll post leading up to the big show. But now, let's get into the video.
Welcome to C2 Wrestling. Snowden here, about to get the Monday Night Raw review underway. Monday Night Raw tonight, hailing from Glasgow, Scotland. But your boys here at C2 Wrestling for WrestleMania will be right here on YouTube. Us, the Fab Reactions reunion, and the honorary Oos Alec will be watching, reviewing, reacting to all things WrestleMania weekend. So you got to be sure to stay subscribed, turn the notifications on, because you aren't going to want to miss it. It's going to be a hell of a time. For those of you that have joined us in the live shows, thank you. We hope to see you again. For those of you that haven't, you're missing out. As for tonight, or I should say, as for this afternoon, we're on the East Coast here in the United States. It was a 4 p.m. show, being that they're in Glasgow. And it was a good Raw today. Nothing too crazy. Again, it's just kind of build towards WrestleMania. We touched on similar topics on SmackDown this past review, that it's build towards WrestleMania. Nothing too major has happened. Couple matches set up, couple matches maybe set up, but starting the show again tonight, similar to last week, John Cena. What better way to start the show? I mean, it's John Cena. You got to start the show with the hottest thing going right now, and that is heel John Cena. Now, cuts another promo. Similar to last week, it's just kind of him being a heel. He did mention, though, which people wanted him to mention last week, that he is going for his 17th world championship. Now, that is great that he is finally kind of mentioning these points, as last week's promo, again, was also fantastic. It has Cena over as a heel, but there's a couple things he did need to mention, and that is one of them, that he's going for his 17th. He's going to take that title and run with it. Ric Flair's reign is done. John Cena is going to be the last WWE champion, and he's telling the fans that as a fact, which makes me think Cody Rhodes is going to retain this belt. This promo here today was very, very much set up as if Cody Rhodes is going to retain the championship. It's just the way Cena was talking, the way he was handling the promo. Still a couple weeks to go. Anything can change. They can make the call the day of. So nothing's really locked in as some things maybe have been in the past. But this promo today really has me thinking Cody Rhodes is going to walk out as WWE Champion at WrestleMania. Do I want that? I don't particularly. I think you got to strike when the iron's hot and you got to put the title on John Cena. If he loses to Cody Rhodes, yeah, you can rehash it, have another match, but I don't see the overall point in doing that. I think you got to have Cody lose the belt, and then you build Cody back up to win it down the line again. Again, John Cena did mention the 17th championship, which is a great point for him to finally discuss. But the bigger point that we still didn't get into, which in my opinion, they have to, where's The Rock? I need a Where's the Beef shirt, but it's going to say Where's the Rock? I understand it's Hollywood for The Rock. He's doing movies, he's doing film, TV, whatever he's got going on. But having John Cena turn the way he did with The Rock, he offered The Rock his soul, or The Rock offered John Cena, let me take your soul. And Cena took that offer. It's what Cody Rhodes wouldn't take. It's not like John Cena turned on Cody Rhodes on his own accord. The Rock wasn't involved at all. I do find it strange to be 2 weeks into it now, more than that, just 2 weeks into Cena being on TV again, and we haven't gotten any affiliation of him and The Rock. I'm sure it's going to come to fruition. I'm sure at WrestleMania we're going to get The Rock to some degree. But at what point does Cody Rhodes even ask him? Cody Rhodes has confronted John Cena twice now. At what point does he go, hey, John, where's your buddy Dwayne? What's he up to? How come he's not out here? Where's Travis Scott? What's going on here? I'm liking the build. It's heel John Cena. I can't complain at all. I am going to nitpick it a little bit that I need mention of The Rock. And this week for me really made me think that I would have preferred an attire change for John Cena, maybe a theme song change. Something about him being this level of a heel, but out there in the typical Cena face attire. It's just, I can't unsee the face John Cena that we got for so long. And I think that attire change, that kind of whole role change, could have benefited him well. but I'm still willing to see where they go with it. Last week's promo, he discussed why he's not changing the look, why he's not changing his theme, and it all adds up. It does make sense. I understand the route they're going with it, but it's still hard for my brain just to unclick that that's not the biggest babyface of all time. It's the biggest heel of all time. It's hard for me to kind of correlate it. I'm willing to see where they go. WrestleMania, couple weeks out. Cody Rhodes retaining the belt is not the worst thing ever, but I really think his time is now. Now, moving on from John Cena and Cody Rhodes, the WWE Championship, we're moving to talk about another championship, and that is the Women's Intercontinental Championship, which is currently held by Lyra Valkyria, the first ever and only ever Women's Intercontinental Champion. And last week, Chris and I, CTD, we had predicted some involvement from Bayley, who's been missing as of late. Hasn't really been around as much, even this whole year post her championship run, championship win at WrestleMania. Hasn't been super prominent, if we're being honest, and you would expect her to be going into WrestleMania. Now, they had Lyra defend the championship against Raquel Rodriguez. Lyra wins. Liv and Raquel attack Lyra Valkyria, and, makes sense. We see where it's going here. They said before the match, Bayley is Lyra's role model, whatever terminology they used. So I had predicted that at the end of this match, Lyra's going to get attacked and Bayley's going to come out and make the save. Now, this can lead two ways. It can lead towards Bayley and Lyra having a match for the IC title, and I think it will, but I don't think we'll be at WrestleMania. I think it's going to lead to Bayley and Lyra facing Liv and Raquel for the tag team championships at WrestleMania, because honestly, out of all four women right there that we just named, Liv is the one you got to kind of most get on that card. And if Liv and Raquel aren't going to face Bayley and Lyra, then who else really? Do I love it? It's whatever. I don't have to touch too much on it. Bayley and Lyra is a little bit of a thrown together tag team, which is pretty much all we've ever gotten in that women's tag division. So it is what it is to squeeze some names on the card. I'm not absolutely thrilled about it, but I don't hate it. I'm sure it will be an okay matchup. Tag titles got to get on the card. Not only the women's tag titles, but the Raw Tag Team Championships. The War Raiders will be defending the tag titles as announced by the New Day against the New Day. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods will take them on. And we've been predicting this for a while. Maybe not predicting it, but we've been asking for this. The New Day at WrestleMania in the tag team title matchup. Not only in the matchup, winning the matchup. It is time to freshen up this men's tag division on Monday Night Raw. SmackDown has their own thing going with the tag division, and it's been great. Raw has some teams right now. They are not lacking on the guys they got down there between the Creed Bros and A-Town Down Under and the LWO and the New Day and the War Raiders and who knows who else is to come. You think this Raw tag division would be hotter than ever, and it's kind of not right now. And it's no fault to the War Raiders. They were a fantastic tag team, but something needs to change. And I think you got to put these tag belts on the heels, on the New Day. They're going to have promos past that WrestleMania, after that WrestleMania, that have the crowd booing their heads off, and I need to see it. I need to see the heel New Day tag team title run. And this is only going to help set up future tag team champions. Who's heel New Day going to lose to? I don't quite know yet. It could be a tag team that isn't even formed at this moment in time. We could get Fraxium called up at some point. Maybe they beat the New Day for the tag titles eventually. I don't quite know where they go after it, but I'm putting my stamp on it that WrestleMania 41, the New Day has to walk out tag team champions. Just to mention a couple other things we got on Monday Night Raw tonight. CM Punk, you got to get him on the card. It's WrestleMania season, road to WrestleMania, a couple weeks away. They're in Glasgow. CM Punk's going to be there. Comes out, cuts a little bit of a promo. Nothing too crazy to really touch on. Always happy to see our boy Pepsi Phil. What I'm really happy to see is not Ray Phoenix. It's not Aleister Black. Two names that have been rumored, pretty much 100% confirmed to be debuting soon. But it's a different member of the roster, the newest member of the WWE roster, and that is Grande Americano. Wow. What great stuff we are getting out of Chad Gable and Grande Americano here. Man, it is insane to see some of the discourse online about this whole heel gimmick they got going on. From the luchador vignette to the match with Dragon Lee, ripping the mask off his face. I'm not going to go too deep into talking about him today, but I just need to bring it up because it is one of the best things going on Monday Night Raw right now, and it doesn't have a championship involved. It might be leading up to something at WrestleMania. It might not be. It seems like we're going to be getting some sort of LWO, Chad Gable, Creed Brothers matchup. Who knows? But I just got to give the credit, all the credit in the world, to Grande Americano. But there's one more thing to get to. Closing the show, as announced yesterday, Penta challenging for the IC Championship against Braun Breaker. Pretty great matchup until Carlito and Dom Mysterio interfere. As expected, Dom Mysterio's been wanting to get Penta to join the Judgment Day. This is exactly how I expected it to go. I didn't think Braun would win. I didn't think Penta would win. I thought somebody would interfere and cause a DQ, and Dom and Carlito did. Dom, though, doesn't quite get the upper hand. Attacking Braun with a chair, comes out Finn Balor, hands the chair to Dom. Dom hands the chair to Penta. Penta throws it back to Dom, hits him with a super kick. Finn, pissed off. Typical Finn Balor right now. Judgment Day stands tall, though, to end the show on Monday Night Raw. This is leading up to the predicted, as we've been saying, multi-man IC title match at WrestleMania. Now, we've been predicting a triple threat, fatal four-way, six-way, multi-man tag matches out the wazoo. But this is seemingly going to be a fatal four-way between Penta, Braun, Finn, and Dom Mysterio. And I still stand on it. I want Dom to walk out of WrestleMania with that IC championship. Now, I said earlier, I want the New Day to win the championships. I want John Cena to win the championship. Go watch the SmackDown reviews. I want all sorts of title changes at WrestleMania. And they're not all going to happen. But this was one where I really think you have something special here. If you have Dom win that title and then feud with Finn Balor after, I think you have the ability to get Finn Balor over again as a babyface with the crowd while Dom triples down on being a heel. He turned heel against his dad, Ray. He turned heel again against Rhea Ripley. Can he turn heel a third time in one heel run when he turns on Finn Balor in the Judgment Day? It writes itself, in my opinion. C2 Wrestling's been writing it for them. We called the Bailey Lyra team up. We called Jey Uso's entire run of 2024. I'm calling it here. Dom Mysterio wins the IC Championship at WrestleMania 41. That is a moment I need to see, and I need to see it with CTD, with Ryan, with Kevin, with Alec, with Fap Reactions, right here on YouTube, April 19th and 20th. Again, I said it at the top of the video. The intro said it at the top of the video, but you're hearing it a third time. Turn the notifications on, subscribe to C2 Wrestling, subscribe to Fab Reactions. It's going to be a hell of a time. You got to be here to hang out with us all. Until then, we got more content coming your way, so don't tune out. Stay tuned in. C2 Wrestling.